Welcome to the CWP podcast. I'm Kristine, owner and operator of Beauty Bar Bridal Salon.
And I'm Jessica, the owner and artist at Tidelines Luxury Mobile Tanning. And we are so excited for today's episode of the podcast because we are going to learn all about my fabulous friend here, Kristine, what makes her tick, where she came from, and why she's so amazing. So, are you ready?
I guess. Let's start.
I feel like I've been preparing my whole life for this. And I'm going to ask you anything and everything, questions I know, questions I don't, and we're going to just hop right into it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you during a regular day? Tell us about all the hats that you wear and all the things that you're doing.
Sure. So first and foremost, I'm Kristine. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a business owner times two. I am a friend. I'm a therapist.
Amen, sister.
I'm a dog mom. I'm a lot of things.
You're a yogi?
I'm a yogi. I love to work out. I do a lot, and a typical day for me is I wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Sure.
I get ready to work out, come home, get my kids ready for school, make sure my husband has the things he needs, make sure the dogs have been out. And then depending on the day, it could look like preparing for CWP. It could look like going to the salon. It could look like preparing my kid for a soccer game, preparing for vacation. Literally every other day it's a little bit different, but I do like to take care of myself and the people in my life. So
You're definitely teaching me a little every day that there are aspects of motherhood and entrepreneurship where you have to hold space for yourself.
Yeah.
To collect your thoughts, to take a breath, to just align with your deal for the day. And I love that about you. So let's talk a little bit about why and how you broke into the wedding industry.
Sure.
But before we do that, tell us a little bit about Beauty Bar Bridal, so that you can kind of like paint that whole picture of the child bride that is Kristine and starting out Beauty Bar 20 years ago, right?
yes, well, sort of. I started in the industry, in the hair industry, right at now 22 years ago. I was a baby.
She's only 22 years old. So.
I don't know how I started right when I was born. Truly, shortly in my childhood, I was always attracted to the hair industry. I remember being in like preschool, and one of the teachers had really long hair, and she'd always have it braided. I was just fascinated with it, and she'd sit there and braid everybody's hair, and I was like, I've got to know how to do this, because when I get my hair done, I'd feel so good.
Yeah.
So I learned how to braid hair in like preschool, and then I never stopped. I was always attracted to it. Fast forward to high school, I decided that I didn't want to go off to college, and I wanted to continue that passion of being in the hair industry. So I started in high school my senior year. I started the program, finished high school, finished the program a year later, graduated from cosmetology school. I was 19 years old, and then I was a business owner. Like, I had no choice. Like, I had to get out. I had to. When you come out of hair school, you are immediately a business owner.
Yeah.
Whether you start off in a salon that they nurture you, or you go right into renting a space and becoming your own boss.
Yeah.
So I chose becoming my own boss.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, and I know. And it's funny because, there's so many of us that like are so scared to start a business. Like, you've been in that corporate world for so long, and you're like, oh my God, how am I ever going to start a business? And that's all I know. I don't know the corporate world. I don't know what that's like. So it's always been start a business. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do weddings. Like, I really like it. I love updos. There wasn't a lot of people out there that wanted to do it, and I was like, I'll do it. And so from the very beginning, I started weddings.
So let's talk a little bit about, you were so young starting out in entrepreneurship. And again, like you said, it's all that you know. What are some lessons that really stick out to you that you've learned along the way, and maybe even by trial and error? How do you feel like that's made your business kind of evolve?
Sure. So I feel like when I first started in the hair industry, there was a lot of competition. There also wasn't a whole lot there was no social media when I started. So it was really hard to market myself. Thinking back 20 years ago to now, how you market yourself is complete.
The phone book.
Yeah, it truly was. It was the phone book. It was, we did not have smartphones. It was the newspaper. I remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember, like, how's anybody in the local community going to know that I'm here, right?
Yeah.
And we relied on walk-ins, and we just relied on the other stylists being too busy that when somebody came in, I was the only one that was there. And so it started like that. And then once I gained the trust of the clients, it just kind of snowballed. It literally, like, overnight, I was busy. And now I'm so busy that I'm now sharing the love with other stylists.
Yeah, that's so nice too. I think something that's so important for you and I as business owners is the day that you can kind of turn around and pour into the person in line behind you. Mm-hmm. I know that fills your cup so much.
It does. I remember thinking in the very beginning, like, when will I ever get to this point? Yeah. When am I ever going to have to turn people away? Like, never going to happen. And it happens literally overnight.
Yeah.
And it feels so good to be on the other side of that and to let others know that you will make it if you just continue to pour into yourself and your business. Like, it does actually turn around.
Mm-hmm. At what point in your hair salon time frame, I guess, did you feel like there's no bride that I can't help? Like, I know that even if I didn't do a trial with a bride, I've never met her or laid eyes on her, I know that I can go in and give her what she wants.
Yeah, I truly feel that way. I don't think I've ever had a moment where I'm like, I can't do this, especially with that type of service.
Yeah.
I so passionately love doing the updos and making people look beautiful, especially on a very special day.
Yeah.
And the reaction that I get from them when I do it, it's priceless. Mm-hmm. And I've had it happen so many times that I just know that I will always deliver.
Yeah.
I just feel so confident that it's going to happen, that it actually happens.
Yeah, you don't give yourself a choice.
I don't give myself a choice at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely something that you and I have in common, and that is one of the formative things of our relationship, is like, if I want something done right, mm-hmm. I need to be the one to do it.
Right.
And for some people that probably sounds bad, but I think for us, just that, like, blind excitement of like, I might not know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to do something and it's going to be great.
That it is, and for me, for a huge part of my career, and it still happens now, mm-hmm. It's just trial and error. I mean, there are rule books, there are steps to follow, but sometimes that's just not how it goes. Like, there's always going to be moments where things go awry, and you have to be able to pick up and figure out how to move forward. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that has helped me succeed through the last 20 years and moving forward into what we are doing together in CWP.
So a big facet of CWP is really pouring into our vendors that no one can bring to your business what you do, right? There are facets of your business that will only be there because of your unique gifts and talents. What aspects of who you are as a person do you feel like pour into the Beauty Bar brand?
I think that I'm just determined. Like, I have told myself a long time ago that I'm not gonna fail. Like, well, I shouldn't say that. Like, I always want to succeed. So no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times I fail, like, I will always find a point to where it becomes successful. Mm-hmm. And then I get bored. Mm-hmm. And then we start a new business. Yeah,
and then we start a new offer, create a new thing.
And I'm like, what if we? It's like literally every single time, like, I succeed in the thing that we set out to be, like, I'm like, okay, we need to start something new. But I just think it's determination, you know, just knowing that so many people quit right after they start because they don't think that they can, they don't see themselves in that future.
That momentum.
Right. Yeah. And I refuse to think that way.
Yeah. Well, something you're also downplaying a little bit is that of our partnership, you are more woo-woo.
I am.
And you are the type of person, and thank God for me, that people are so gravitated to, of like, I have a problem, I need somebody to talk me off the ledge, myself included. I need to go talk to Kristine. So how does that kind of, that as a hairstylist and as my hairstylist, that I tell you everything in that chair, but how do you find that as like kind of bubbled over into your personal life?
Yeah, well, so I'm a Capricorn and I absorb a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So like I take, like, any room that I'm in, I take on the energy of any and everyone that's in there. So
And I've seen that happen in real time.
Yeah, so it's very, like, when we're one-on-one, like, I can literally pour 100% of myself into you, but then when I get in a room of people of all kinds, like, I'm like, and I need my quiet time. But truly,
quiet time. Mama needs a nap.
I am very woo, and I have spent the last, I don't know, handful of years really pouring into myself, trying to figure out why I am attracted or do the things that I do. And
you notice things that other people don't, right? And good and bad.
Yeah, and I've really made it a point to lean into my intuition, and so that has helped me a lot. And I think people trust, like, they see, you're right, I see things in other people that they don't see in themselves, or I see stuff in situations that maybe other people don't, and then I rely on my intuition to help guide them. And I do it like, I'm like, you're just gonna listen to this because I know I'm right. And they listen to me and they take my advice.
Yeah,
so,
we talk about getting downloads often.
Yes, I do. And it's really interesting, and I will now that I trust those little downloads, I will always use them, and I really find it fulfilling to help people in that way.
You definitely exude like a quiet confidence, right? You're never overbearing. You never poke and prod. I mean, there have been times where, like, I've been going through it and I just get a random, like, ding, and you're texting me like, hey, are you all right? Like, what's going on? Are you cool? And there's also been times too where you've done that and I'm like, girl, I am fine. I think I'm all right, you know, but I think that is a part of, and again, as a client of yours, being in Beauty Bar, having that space where it's like, okay, whatever happened when I came through the door is at the door.
Yeah.
Kristine's gonna hold this safety for me, and we're gonna just have a good time. And it's a great mix of, like, well, for me, I don't give you a chance to be quiet anyway. Like, we just gab the whole time I'm there. Or it's a business meeting, right? I've got my laptop and we're creating something crazy. But I think holding space for people you care about is definitely a strength of yours, and that definitely pours into your work.
Yeah.
With CWP included, I think that was one of the founding pillars of what we wanted to do, was hold space, and I definitely think you were the catalyst for that portion of what we do. So.
I agree. I think that I do that with the salon and with our vendors and our brides and couples, and I'm able to, give them a safe space to be themselves.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about it before, of just, you don't have to do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing. Right. And I think some people are like, yes, the heck I do. What do you mean? But it
doesn't have to be hard. Like, you can run a business and make it successful with your personality.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. So, as my bestie in business, I have a couple of fun rapid fire questions for you that I know some of the answers to, but I really want our audience to hear your answers. Okay. So the first thing, rapid fire, what is your go-to coffee order? Okay.
Starbucks, caramel macchiato, iced most of the time, unless it's winter. Unless it's winter and I'm freezing, I want a hot one, but it's iced caramel macchiato with almond milk, because
we're both almond milk girlies.
We need to be almond milk.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
What? How often would you say you're ordering coffee? Like in a week?
2 or 3 times.
Oh, okay, so it's not an addiction.
It's not, I mean, yes it is. At home, no, look, I start with a black cup of coffee every morning.
That also blows my mind. That
I wasn't always a black coffee person, but a couple years ago, I was like, I'm gonna be a black coffee person, and I haven't stopped.
And you did it.
So I always start my day with that. It's workout, water, coffee. And then if I feel like I need more,
something
I'm going
fancy
to
on the way to the salon.
Yeah. That's where I put my sugar in. So I'm like, I'm gonna go extreme, like black and then lots of sugar.
Yeah, there's no in between. It's like completely basic and all the fixes.
Right.
I love that. What is one of your favorite wedding trends that you're seeing right now?
Okay, so like all of them, because I know that's
That's
a silly answer. I know. But let me explain why. I am a very young bride. I got married when I was 21.
Child bride.
I was a child bride, and we had none of the things that you all are seeing right now. None. That was 20 years ago. I will be married 20 years this October, and I think back to our wedding, and after your wedding, you're like, it was so cool. Like, I had the coolest stuff. I had none of the stuff y'all are having right now. And I'm so jealous. And maybe that's why I wanted to start this business, because I want to be on top of the trends and like live through the eyes of everybody else. And
not have to pay for it, right?
Yes. I mean, the budget for my wedding, unreal. Like, the budget for my wedding is someone's photography budget right now.
Right.
So truly, and then my true answer is everything. Like, I really truthfully enjoy seeing the trends unfold like constantly. It's really fun for me.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, we'll have to put some pictures on our social media because you were an absolute
As
child
a little
bride.
thin, little tiny little bride.
I don't even want to tell y'all what I was doing at 21. It was not getting married to my high school sweetheart. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, and some of the, I don't know what you're going to say, but I'm pretty sure. What are some surprising things about you that people would be interested to know?
Okay, first of all, I don't have a middle name. Most people would be surprised to know. I'm just Kristine. There's nothing. I dropped my maiden name because it's really long and there's a lot of confusing letters in it, so we just stopped. And then I married an Andrews, so actually I really like my last name.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. It's very simple. People can spell it and say it. And I have a twin sister.
And it's not
Jessica. Although we do look alike, and
it's kind of weird.
It is weird. We do have a lot of similarities, but I do have a twin sister. She's fraternal twin sister.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Hi. She does not look like me. She's like way more petite than I am.
She's gonna love that you said that.
Yeah,
too.
she is.
She's like, yes,
I look better. But yeah, though I think those are the two surprising things that people don't know.
They're very interesting things. Yeah. I can vividly remember sitting down with a vendor that we were planning to work with CWP, not a member, but a vendor that was helping us with something. And, we jokingly laughed across the booth of like, we don't even really know each other that well. Ha ha ha. Because we really only knew each other professionally through wedding fair.
Right.
And the vendor across the table was like, really? That's so funny. And Kristine was like, yeah, she doesn't know I don't have a middle name. And I was like, huh? And then she goes, yeah, and I'm a twin. And I'm like, are you serious? And by this point, the vendor across the table is like, wow, you guys really don't know each other that well.
A little scary.
We have learned a lot about each other in the last, 2 years?
Yeah.
So thankfully, I know you inside and out.
Yes.
Let's wrap up this episode with a little bit of advice that you would want to pour into either a vendor member of ours or clients of ours. It can be business or life or both. Mm-hmm. Give us kind of a tried and true Kristine advice.
All right, so I think the best thing that I could say is that if you pour in your whole heart into something, you will get that back. Mm-hmm. It's literally a reflection in the mirror. And the more that you put into something, the more you'll receive. The more grateful you are, the more you'll get back in return.
Absolutely.
And I think that is across the board, business and in life, no matter what you do, if you're putting the effort in, you will see it in return.
Yeah, good things in, good things out, gratitude in, gratitude out. We've seen that tenfold in our business, and you have absolutely been the spearhead for the good juju on CWP.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode. We are so grateful to have you guys with us today.
Don't forget to like, follow, and share if you enjoy this episode, because we are coming back.
Absolutely.
And then also follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok. And I want to give a quick shout out to our production team.
Absolutely, let's
Be Captured Photography and Videography. Thank you both for making us look and sound amazing.
Yes, we know that is no small feat. If you guys want to follow along on the journey even more with us, you can follow us at Carolina Wedding Partners on all of those platforms Kristine listed a minute ago. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much.
See you next time.
Bye.
I'm going to talk about me.
No, I need to
Okay,
do
you
that
need to say
part.
that.
But
Okay.
that's why, should you say, hi friends, welcome back to the Carolina Wedding Partners podcast. I'm Kristine, and then I'll say, and I'm Jessica, the blah, 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 blah. And today's
that's fine.
episode
We can do
is
it that
very
way.
exciting.
We can do it that way.
So we'll flip-flop.
That's fine.
But you have to do the closing because I'll never remember that.
I can do that.
Like, follow, share.
I can do it.
Give us a blood sample at Carolina Wedding Partners.